business owners that plan, how do they optimize?
One of the issues that I find with small businesses is we talk about the fact that when you have a business, you have like 7 different departments.
Okay.
And we focus on one, operations.
Yes.
Mine is accounting. Yours would be insurance.
Yes.
You guys would be marketing. Okay. But there are all these other departments that you have to wear the hat for.
Yes.
Who's doing your sales and marketing? That's the big one. Who's keeping your phones and computers working? That's IT. Then you've got possibly HR. You have, I got a whole list. But one main one is the executive level.
Okay.
And that's where I like to play, because that's who's planning and making sure that this stuff is doing what it needs to do.
So am I that person in that executive level? Because I'm the CEO, am I that executive level?
You wear every single hat.
Okay.
You are the executive level, you are IT, you are accounting, you are HR, until you are able to delegate those jobs. So I kept my sales and marketing really, I didn't use anything that required a lot of time and energy. So here's how I do my sales and marketing.
Okay.
I go places and I meet everybody in my community.
Okay.
I'm not selling them anything. I want to know about you. I want to know who you are. You got kids. You own a business. What do you like to do? All roads tend to lead to Rome. When I do that, I find out who's got a small business, who's got tax issues, who, you see what I'm saying?
Right,
so that by the time I go to introduce myself, I know what button to lean on.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when someone is, like, if someone is talking about taxes, what is that you are, it's how does that work when we're talking about taxes?
What I do is I call them red bell things. People say red bell things. When they say a certain thing, let me back up. There are sales. Somebody will come up to you and say, I want to buy your widget. That's a sale.
Yes.
They don't come very often. What you see a lot of is sales leads.
Okay.
That you got to work.
So help me to understand.
Now, let me tell you about a sales lead. A sales lead says stuff that when they say that, a little red bell should ding off on their head. For example, I have an accounting service. Anybody that says, the bank is making me crazy. I hate taxes. Dog, I got all this paperwork I gotta do. I just started a new business. You know anybody that can help with a budget? Not one of those people said, I need an accounting service. Could you start me now?
That's right.
But every single one of those things were things that my leads would say. So what you want to do is you want to take your business and find out, what do your leads say? You're in insurance. You're going to hear people say things like, I got 2 kids.
Okay.
They'll say things like, my mother this or my father that, or even down to we have a family reunion coming up. For me, all roads lead to Rome, because when you say that, I can now ask a leading question and I can take you in whatever direction I want you to go. Yeah.
Okay.
And never once will I say, can I be your accountant? I am never going to ask that question.
Okay.
What I will do is assume that you want to use me and ask you, can we meet on Tuesday or is Thursday better?
Okay.
Give them a choice of 2, because if you give them a choice of 3, they will hum and haw you to death.
Gotcha.
Sales and marketing.
So that is so important. So when we talk about businesses, business owners that plan, how do they optimize?
One of the issues that I find with small businesses is, especially the newer ones, number one, they don't get an accountant. Mistake. Because there are things, you don't wait until tax time to go find somebody to do your books.
Okay.
Because that's a planning thing. There are things that you do. It's not what you do, it's how you do it, as to whether that's going to be a tax deduction or not.
Right. So
if it's April, you already blew it.
That's right. So that's number one. That's number one action.
Number two, get an accountant. They're going to make sure that you're set up so that you don't have to play in paperwork. Okay? I set my clients up immediately with a business checking account that we are running everything through. We got one-stop shop in here. You either running it through the business checking account or you're running it through the business credit card. Those are the two main ways to spend money. I don't want to play cash. If you play cash, I mean, we can play because businesses do have cash. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. But most of them do electronic moving of money.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you do it that way, then I don't have to play so much in paper. All of my clients are paperless.
Because if that's the case, if you're doing it electronically, it's very easy to prove your income.
Exactly. How about this is how small businesses are able to show income so that they can qualify for a house.
Oh.
Now, the other thing that I found out is that with your income, you will have certain expenses. There will be certain expenses that are recognized by federal that are not necessarily recognized by the bank for a mortgage. Ooh. And if the bank is not recognizing that expense for your mortgage, then your income is higher. And you didn't have to pay any more taxes.
Right.
You don't come out the womb knowing that.
That's true.
You need to build your team. I say in my closings all the time, thank you for letting me be your accounting department. I'm on your team.
Yes.
You don't want to play in my department. It ain't fun.
Right.
If that's not your thing.
Got it.
It ain't fun sometimes when it is.
So tell me this, in your profession, what do you see as some of the major struggles
with small
businesses? What are some of those major struggles that you see with the small businesses?
I'm going to say this, and I didn't answer your question about how I got here. Yes, I worked with a lot of corporations, top ones, because I was in Silicon Valley. So don't forget that question, because I want to back up to give you this so that you have some history for what I'm going to tell you. I was in Silicon Valley for 25 years. So I played with the techies, and they would build their computers, and then they had to have the new stuff, so I would buy their used one. They kept me on top of everything. I put my kids on computers at 2 years old because they got Jump Start Toddler and Jump Start Preschool and all of that. And now you see these guys who are doing these drones and stuff. That's because they was playing video games forever. And I saw that one coming. Wow. Okay. Yes, I've worked for large businesses. I've also worked for medium businesses, small businesses. And what I am working with now, I am working more with new businesses. And new businesses have a whole different set of issues that they're working on. Because when you have a regular business that's already established, they already have their stuff in place. They already know for the most part what they're doing. They just need you to track it and make sure the IRS ain't gonna get them and that they're doing the stuff that they're supposed to do. And that they can see their numbers. How much did I make? How much did I spend? What's my bottom line? Kind of thing.
Right.
Okay?
But what are those struggles?
But the new businesses, that's the struggle. Their struggle is, I made some money. Should I show it? Should I not show it? Is this under the table? Is this on the table? Do I need a checking account? Can I use my house checking account? You know, do I need to do any of those things? Gosh, what is Sunbiz? What do you mean I have to recognize? What is an S Corp versus an LLC versus a solo, just a regular entrepreneur? Which one of those is best for my situation? Okay? These are the kinds of questions that they don't even know that those are the questions. They don't know nothing about.
So when they're coming to you,
the man comes to me and he knows how to paint the house.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Just painting that picture. What is it that
they give him money? He takes it home and he gives it to baby. Okay, and that's it. Now I need to come in and say, number one, you got to go to Sunbiz and get a license. Okay? If you have something where you need insurance to back you or any of that other stuff, you got to go get that and put that in place.
So that Sunbiz getting into business is
yes, you got to have that. Correct.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that. And the reason why I'm not going to say that is because you can be an entrepreneur. You can go out here and paint a house. You can. IRS just says you need to tell us and pay some tax on that.
Okay.
We don't care how you get there. Okay.
So something like that doesn't need to be registered.
It doesn't. However, if you are going to grow it, the reason why you want to register it and put all of these things in place is because it offers you protections. If you come to my house and you paint and you break my whatever, my $1 million whatever, my $1 million whatever, and I sue you, you don't want me to be able to reach through and get baby stuff and her house and your car, and you want a line, a veil of protection that stops me from being able to go any further than your business.
So that is that's key.
That's huge.
It is, because you do have a lot of entrepreneurs that they don't have a business. Aware. So if they get sued,
they're screwed.
Then that's going to be sued. You're going to be sued personally.
Correct.
If I have a business, if I have a business,
the business not necessarily, because you can. The guy who's out there painting the houses and is just an entrepreneur, he's got a business. He's got that paint business.
Okay,
it has no protections on it, but he's got that paint business.
So if I had to sue that person that was just
and you sue him and you take all his stuff if he jacked you up.
Right. Okay? Exactly.
Right. Now, if he had an LLC. It would stop right there. You can do all of the stuff for his business, but you can't get to his personal stuff unless you need that. You need that. Exactly. But here's the thing, and this is why I do what I do. We need all of these things, but if you don't have $1,